The FNCS Summit LAN finals are now over, and we just had arguably the greatest FNCS LAN finals finish ever, as we saw Peterbot storm back from a huge deficit early, and we also saw a crazy off-spawn fight with first place going down in the very last game, and we ended up seeing Vico and Malabuka taking home the tournament on 406 points. Vico and Malabuka played super consistent today. I think there was a stat that they did even tick the surge one time today, and they were the only duo in the entire lobby that did that. So Vico and Malabuka played super consistent, which ended up helping them win the FNCS Summit LAN. Vico and Malabuka were second place going into the last game to Sky and Scroll, but Sky and Scroll actually ended up going down off spawn to OC in the last game. So this opened the door for teams like Vico, Malabuka, and other teams to potentially win the LAN, and Vico and Malabuka ended up doing so. And today was an 8-game tournament, and thank God it was, because if it was only a 6-game tournament, this would have been over by game 6. Sky and Scroll had an insane lead through the first 4 games thanks to Scroll. Scroll had an insane 136 solo clutch points through the first 4 matches, solo clutching pretty much every single game. People were on Twitter comparing him today to 2024 LAN Peterbot when he was going insane solo clutching wins. Today, Scroll was going insane with the solo clutches, but sadly, after the first 4 games, Sky and Scroll did start to fall off a little bit, and sadly they did end up going down early in the last game, which costed them the tournament. But they played really well. They're still one of the best teams in the world, but it was looking over through those first 4 games since they were playing so well, and it was looking especially over for Peterbot and Poyo, who in their first 4 games were doing very bad. Peterbot and Poyo were trying to do the strat where they maybe key to the North Forest split and try to box fight them, or key to the Lighthouse split right to the left of Squibbly, and they ended up just dying in those fights, which was really confusing me throughout my stream. But at the halftime, their coach Razaru chewed them out, got them to play normal, and in the last 4 games, they went absolutely insane. They got 2 wins and also got a second place in the last game as well. And in those 2 wins, we saw 3 insane 1v2s from Poyo, 2 of them being on Reed and Cooper. Take a look.
Nice. 3 build, 3 build, build! Play chug, play chug! Nice! 1v1. He's gonna die. 0 builds. Nice. Nice. Let's go! Nice. Pizzas. Shock him out, maybe. Nice. 0 build. Shock up. Let's go! Oh my god, let's go!
Poyo, like Scroll today, also had an insane day solo clutching. He got 112 points solo today. So Poyo played a huge part in this massive comeback from Peterbot and Poyo to finish in second place. And I was talking with my chat earlier saying Poyo has never been the best player on any of his top teams and has yet to really have like that big notable moment in his career so far. And if they were going to come back today, we were probably going to have to see something crazy from Poyo, and we got to see without a doubt the greatest performance in Poyo's career. He played insane. Sadly, those first 4 games kept them from winning the tournament. If Peterbot and Poyo weren't trolling their first 4 games trying to key and box fight like what costed them the FNCS Grand Finals on NA Central, I think they would have easily won this LAN, but nonetheless an insane comeback by Peterbot and Poyo today. And taking a look at all of the 15 teams that did qualify to the FNCS Global Championship from today, we have Vico, Malabuka, Peterbot, Poyo, Shark and Teeny, Sky and Scroll, Acorn and Bolts, King and Craze, Reed and Cooper, Shadow and Virgo, Swizzy and Pixie, Darm and Damish, Sayaz and Scary, Thomas and Focus, Chino and Pablo Wingu, and Chap and Flixie. So the top 15 teams were 9 EU and 6 NA Central qualifying to the FNCS Global Championship. And I think today was a pretty good day for NA overall. 6 teams qualifying with some of their top teams that some people were predicting not qualifying. I think going into the tournament, if you said 6 of the teams would qualify, and then you don't have teams like Cold, teams like Agers and teams like Vino qualifying, I would have told you that was an insane weekend. But yes, there were some pretty disappointing performances in this tournament from an A, with two pretty disappointing performances coming from Agers and Ritual in 17th and then Cold and Rapid in 18th. Agers and Ritual going into this tournament were expecting to be splitting Latte landing with Reed and Cooper, but they got surprise conned by an Asia team as well in a couple games. The first game, they actually died off spawn to that Asia team since they didn't expect to be conned by them at all and were high gliding, and the Asia team chose to not high glide and ended up killing them. So Agers and Ritual lost a couple games because of the off spawn, and then the zones were really far south for them, so Agers and Ritual sadly didn't get it done, and I just don't really even know what happened with Cold and Rapid. The zones weren't the best for them. A lot of the zones today were at the Battlewood Boulevard, but at the end of the day, Cold and Rapid just did not play well enough. They didn't qualify. Pretty disappointing from them, but I know they're going to bounce back. Hopefully they keep playing. Then two other pretty disappointing performances were Kanata and Victor V in 32nd. Kanata and Victor V actually didn't even have a point until game number 5. So the first 4 games they had 0 points. Kanata and Victor V looked quite bad today. A lot of people after their upper bracket performance were expecting them to maybe make LAN or at least be a team in contention to make LAN. They weren't even close to making LAN at all today. And then another pretty disappointing one was Vino and Curve, the NA Central FNCS champions. They got 37th place. They actually got surprise conned by King and Twos from BR, and then they also had a bunch of other teams around their POI, and then they were also getting lurked on as well. So a really tough day for Curve and Vino with their drop spot situation, but this is another team I'm really hoping they don't split. I think a team like Vino, Curve, Agers, Ritual, and Cold and Rapid are all very good. I don't think they should split because of this one bad performance. But speaking of splits, we already do have the damn wall breaking for LFD. We have Kanata and Victor V already looking for duo on Central. And we're probably going to see even more duos announcing that they have split and are looking for duo for next season very soon. I'm expecting a team like Clicks and Higgs to split, maybe even a team like Muzz and Sphinx to split. And then also you got to keep in mind, we do have Queasy coming to NA as well. So I definitely could see a lot of duo movement on NA. But comment down below which duos you think should maybe either stay together if they didn't qualify or should split if they didn't qualify. And also what duos you would like to see form if they do split. But aside from the duo situations, we had a super insane tournament all weekend. I actually really did like this 8-game format. I think it was pretty entertaining. Was it a bit longer of a day? Yeah, it was a bit longer, but it didn't really feel too much longer than the past 2 days. We already know the FNCS Global Championship most likely is going to go back to that 2-day format with 6 games each day, since it is the 50-team format again. But if they do ever decide to run back the 75-team format, I think the 8 games in the final is a must. I think the 8 games were good. I also think the 8 games gives you some time to actually maybe come back. Peterbot basically got 2nd place in 4 games today. So I definitely like the 8-game format. Let me know what you guys think, if you like the 8-game format today, and if you guys felt it was maybe long, or if you didn't really feel like it was that long at all. And if you guys are new to the channel and not yet subscribed, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you are subscribed and don't have notifications turned on, make sure to turn those on to never miss out on an upload just like this one, recapping the FNCS Summit LAN Finals. I also posted multiple videos this weekend going over the FNCS Summit LAN Uppers recap and also going over the FNCS Summit Lowers recap. So we've been pumping out the videos this weekend. And if you guys have been enjoying the videos this weekend or enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you dropped a like on this video and also leave a comment as well. It would really help the channel out a lot. We've got a brand new season in just about a week, so lots of content to come as well. And I'm definitely going to make sure to keep you guys updated with the duo situations, so stay tuned for more videos in the future. That's going to do it for me in this video, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.